Hi, boys and girls. I hope that you are having a great day. I hope that you have not wasted the time over the last 2 days that I have been out. As many of you, probably all of you know, I have been out on jury duty, which has been an incredible experience. I spoke with 613 through FaceTime with Mr. Max Classics yesterday, which was pretty awesome. They had some really great questions and wanted to know a lot about the trial that I'm sitting on doing, being a juror for. And I will talk to you about that as soon as the trial wraps up and we make a final decision. I'll come back in and share all of it with you, I promise. I hope that when the time comes that you are called for jury duty, that you will look at it as a huge responsibility, and one in which you are helping to serve your community, because that's exactly what it is. Having said that, again, I want you to know that just because I'm out doesn't mean that the learning stops. We have right about 3 weeks before we start K-Prep testing, and there's quite a bit of stuff yet to learn. I realize that there might be some challenges with being taught through the video lesson. That does not mean that we throw our hands up and give up and stop. We persevere, we keep going. I know many of you have done that, and I love it. I hope that you continue to do that, and I hope that you are setting an excellent example for the rest of your classmates. On those things that you're having trouble with, write them down. When I get back on Friday, I will address all of those, but we are going to go quick and we're going to move super fast over the next several days so that we can get caught up. I just wanted you all to see my face and see that I'm still here, I'm still alive, and I plan to return on Friday right after the trial wraps up. And I wanted to thank Mr. Glass and Miss Hughes for being with you today. I hope that you show them the Ramsey way and what an incredible school we are, what an incredible team we are, and model the best student behavior. Because remember, they are a community member that's helping out in our school. I look forward to being back with you guys on Friday. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay. Now I'm looking at this handout. It's the one that's titled, What Happened After Orgo Bought Snow Tires? I'm going to read the directions, and I've already set up my paper. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and then you're going to get started and do the rest. So the directions say, cross out each box containing the correct answer to an exercise. When you finish, write the letters from the boxes that are not crossed out in the boxes at the bottom of the page. So number 1, they give you A, B, C, D, and then they also have E over here. And the directions for number 1 says find the median for each set of numbers. So I come over here, started a paper myself. I labeled it snow tires sheet because that's what we're talking about here is snow tires. Put my name on it. Number 1. First, in order to find the median of anything, we have to do an order from least to greatest. So the data that was for part A, it was actually, in this case, was already in order from the least to greatest. Not all of them will be that way, but in A, particularly, it was. So to find the median, I know that I'm finding the center. So I cross one out on the left, and right. So my median number here is 45. Okay, then I go back to my sheet and I look and I see, is 45 anywhere on this sheet? And the answer to that is yes. It's right down here. So I would scratch that out. Okay, scratch out 45. We are no longer going to use 45 or LL. I go back and I do the same thing for B. Put the numbers in order from least to greatest, and then determine what the median is. Okay? At the end, you should have some letters that are left. You will rearrange them in a way that makes sense to the riddle. Okay? Each question asks you something different. For instance, number 2 says, 5 people earn salaries given in the table. Part A wants to know what is the mean salary of everybody in here. Part B wants to know, what is the median salary? You all know how to do this. You have great notes from Monday on how to complete that. Your work should be shown on a separate sheet of paper. Each and every number should be put in numerical order, meaning from least to greatest. Okay? Okay. Your second assignment is this sheet. It's this puzzle. It says, what dance should you do when summer is over? Okay? Summer is over is what I'm naming my paper. All right, let's read the directions. It says, solve each problem and find your answers at the bottom of the page. Round each mean to the nearest 1/10 unit. That means I'm going to round it to the first decimal place right behind the decimal. Then it says, shade out the letter above each correct answer. When you finish, the answer to the title question will remain. Now, get mean. Okay, so let's look at number 1. It says, Nero, Hero, and Zero each bowled 3 games. They give you their data. What is Nero's mean score? Nero, we know we look at his game 1, his game 2, and his game 3. I'm trying to find the mean. The mean means it's our average. So I come over here to my paper and I write in order from least to greatest. He scored a 125, a 146, and a 157. When I add these 3 together, I get a total of 428. I then divide by 3 because there were 3 games, 3 numbers. Now, if you put that in your calculator, you're going to get a large number that looks something like this, 142.66 repeating. But as the directions said, we're rounding it to the nearest 1/10, meaning 1 decimal place, 1 digit behind the decimal. How do I determine what number that is? I look to the second number. If it's above 5, I round up. In this case, my answer should have been 142.7. Nero's mean score is 142.7. I go back to my puzzle sheet and I look on the bottom and I see, is there an answer that says 142.7? And yes, there is, right here. It says if your answer is correct, scratch it out. We're not going to use that letter. Okay? It's true for the rest. You have to pay attention to the directions because not all of them ask the same thing. For instance, number 2 asks, what is the range of the scores? Remember, range is the difference between the smallest number and the greatest number. Again, reference your notes that we took on Monday. All right? You should have at least 2 separate sheets of paper to show your work for both sheets. I will be checking these. They will count for a quiz grade when I return. Show Miss Hughes what a wonderful group of students you are, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Have a great day. And one last reminder. Remember, you have the end of the year activities that we are working toward. No more than 1 R&R, excellent academic behavior, excellent behavior in the classroom, no disruptions to the educational process. I know so many of you have done an amazing job this week with me not being there. I want to encourage you to continue on, stay diligent to your work, help your classmates, and most of all, show your substitute what a wonderful group and intelligent, smart students you are. I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.